Number 1 says, recall that Lenore was investigating 2 wireless access plans. Her friend in Europe says that he uses a plan in which he pays a monthly fee of €30 plus 0.02 euro per minute of use. Our job is to construct a table of values for his plan based on 100 minutes of use for the month, 200 minutes of use, and so on up to 1,000. So we are going to do our minutes as our input, and then we are going to do our cost in euros as our output. So for 100 minutes, we have 100 times 0.02, which is 2, and we have that €30 fee. 30 plus 2 is €32. Then we're going to do 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, 800, 900, and 1,000. If I were to swap that out with a 200 instead, that would give me 4 plus 30 makes 34. If I were to swap that out with 1,000, a 1,000 times 0.02 would be 20, and 20 plus 30 is 50. I could swap it out with 500. 500 times 0.02 gives me 10, and 10 plus 30 is 40. Go ahead and fill in the rest of that table on your own by swapping out the inputs with the number of minutes. Then in part B, it says to plot these 10 points on a carefully labeled graph and draw the line that contains these points. I have sketched out my graph. I was counting by hundreds on the x-axis and tens on the y-axis. I have also labeled, my x-axis is labeled minutes and my y-axis is labeled cost. Now I'm going to plot the points. If they use 0 minutes, they still have that €30 fee. So the point 030 needs to be on my graph. We know that in 500 minutes, they are spending $40. So we're going to go over to 500 and up to 40. And we know that in 1,000 minutes, they spend $50. 1,000 is this one in between 900 and 1,100. And then we need to go up to 50. Whoa. Then we're going to draw a line through those points. You are going to use your straight edge or a ruler to finish off part B. Then C says, let X represent the number of minutes of use and Y represent the total monthly cost in euro. Construct a linear function that determines the monthly cost based on the minutes of use. Cost is our output Y, and the way that we found that cost was we multiplied the minutes by 0.02, and then we had to add the €30 fee. D. Use the function to calculate the cost under this plan for 750 minutes of use. If this point were added to your graph, would it be above the line, below the line, or on the line? 750 was in minutes. Minutes is an input, so it goes in the X position. 750 times 0.02 is 15. 15 plus 30 is 45. That means that for 750 minutes, it will cost $45. Looking at our graph, if we were to put the point 750 and 45, we could see that it is on the line. It is exactly where it's supposed to be. Now we're going to move on to number 2. Number 2 says a shipping company charges $4.45 handling fee in addition to a 0.27 per pound to ship the package. Using X for the weight in pounds and Y for the cost of the shipping, write a linear function that determines the cost of the shipping based on the weight. So Y, our cost, is made from the 27 cents per pound and the $4.45 handling fee. Part B says which line, solid, dotted, or dashed on the following graph represents the shipping company's price, and explain. We have an initial value of 4.45. So that dotted line starts somewhere between 0 and 1. This should be between 4 and 5. The dotted line is incorrect. Then the dashed line starts at 7 and goes downward. Downward would have a negative slope here, and we do not have a negative slope. So the only possible option is the solid line. It starts in between 4 and 5 on the y-axis, and it has a positive slope.